Hey, what's going on, Gemini? So here's your weekly love reading for August 12th to the 18th. So just remember, guys, as a reminder, this is a general love reading, so just take what applies, okay? And the energies and messages that I mention here can switch upon any given instance. So the best thing to do, Gemini, is just to apply the energies and the messages that do resonate to the specific person in question, okay? And also regarding how to book yourself a personal reading, check the description box with all the information there regarding how to contact me, my email, and also our Facebook page, and also our link to our Facebook Messenger as well, where I can be reached there for you guys as well, okay? All right, Gemini. So this week, Gemini, you're coming into the reading with the Ace of Swords reversed, okay? Need clarity, I feel. So the cards that popped out for you while shuffling, Gemini, is the King of Wands here. So maybe you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Also, you have the Six of Swords reversed, the Four of Pentacles reversed, and also the Page of Cups here. So maybe possibly a Pisces as well. And for the person in question for you this week, they're coming into the reading with the Ten of Swords here. And the cards that popped out for them this week while shuffling is the King of Wands reversed. So maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius again. Also the Queen of Cups they got as well. So maybe a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio you could be dealing with. They also got the Five of Coins here, Five of Pentacles. And they also got Temperance reversed. So maybe possibly a Sagittarius for you guys as well. All right. Gemini, this week I feel like you needed clarity, or maybe you don't have a lot of clarity regarding the relationship, kind of where it stands or where it's at. I'm feeling this week. What I'm really feeling, Gemini, for you this week is that you were trying to do the best that you can regarding the relationship. You were trying to stick around. You really didn't want to, I feel, kind of come up with conclusions and then kind of run with that. You were kind of staying around, sticking around, trying to figure out what the hell is kind of going on. You know what I mean? I really feel a sense of like you were trying to stand in your truth and stand in your ground and just kind of see, like, kind of confront the issue. When I say confront, it was more of like kind of just come up to your partner or the person in question and just kind of have a moment of like, so what's going on? Like, where are we? Like that. It was, I really feel like it was a heartfelt type of approach. You know what I mean? But I can also see here that there was a switch, I feel, Gemini, you know, where it's kind of like you maybe realize that you realize where you were maybe clinging on, but then all of a sudden you have come to that realization that you may have been clinging on a little bit too much. And I also feel like maybe, you know, you tried to maybe talk to your partner or the person in question for you today to try and move things into a different vibration, I feel. You know what I mean? Trying to come up with like conclusions or trying to come up with ways to work with this individual that's in question for you today. I can also see here too, Gemini, maybe you found another love interest. Maybe you have been talking to someone else. Maybe, you know what I mean? You kind of felt like maybe, you know, maybe you kind of did want to move on after you maybe have seen or saw that things weren't maybe progressing. So then that's when you're kind of like, well, I mean, hey, I'm going to do me then. You know, that kind of situation I feel with you, Gemini. Now, regarding your partner here, or the person in question for you today, I'm feeling like there was a lot of confusion, you know, in terms of like, I feel like they were really present at times emotionally, and then at other times they maybe weren't, and they were maybe kind of, I'm going to use the term or the word aggressive, but it was more of kind of like, kind of like their emotions and their actions kind of spoke different languages. Like they weren't tied up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing the song by Keisha Cole and Lil Wayne, it's called Enough of No Love. There's a part in there where she says, here we are again, 'cause you're wrong again. It's sort of like that type of vibe. Like emotionally, they were there at certain times. You know what I mean? They're very caring. They're very loving. But then with the King of Wands here reversed, it was like their actions spoke something else. It was different. It didn't always match up their emotional approach and their, let's say, physical approach to the relationship or their actions. It just didn't match up. And I'm feeling like that kind of left you in not having clarity, you know what I mean? Where you were kind of like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? And it was mixed emotions and mixed signals they were kind of giving you, you know what I mean? And I believe that that's when they felt like they may feel left out right now. You know, you may have walked away from the relationship and they feel left out, where it's kind of like, well, of course you feel left out in the cold, you know, regarding your partner, the person in question, because they didn't know what they wanted. It didn't match up. You know what I mean? Their approach and their emotions. It was all like bullshitting and pussyfooting around. I kind of feel a little bit here for you guys. I don't mean to laugh. It was just, you know, kind of, I can understand how that must feel, you know, like being in that situation where you were just like, so can I believe you or not? It was like one of those types of situations for you, Gemini. And then I feel like, you know, overall, they weren't making the correct decisions in terms of matching up their heart with their actions. You know what I mean? And it was just all over the place. And I feel like that's why they come into the reading, or they have come into the reading with the 10 of Swords here, where it's like they hit rock bottom at that point, and that's why they feel left out. You know what I mean? And it's also interesting how they got the King of Wands reversed and you got the King of Wands upright. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it was, I feel like it was almost, it could have been for some of you like maybe a battle of wills at times, where maybe it was like kind of clashing heads, you know what I mean? But I feel like you, Gemini, were kind of more astute about it. You were more like kind of like, okay, like you were kind of hearing them out, but then they were just like, oh no, I want to do it like this and I want to do it like that. And you were just kind of like, whoa, bro, back up. Like it was one of those types of situations. And then I'm really feeling like, you know, when they would come at you maybe with that, you know, emotional TLC kind of vibe, you know what I mean? That emotional caringness. That's when you were kind of like, I don't know if I want to walk away yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to still feel this out, what's going on. And then it just came to the point where, you know, Gemini, you realize like you could no longer cling on to that. You can no longer hold that type of vibration with them. And you were just like, I'm out of here, bro. And that's just what it kind of seems like. You know what I mean? I feel like the relationship kind of just, the cord was cut and it just kind of, it kind of went its separate ways. You know what I mean? So, Gemini, at the bottom of the deck for you, you got the Queen of Swords. So you maybe could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly. You also got the Eight of Swords here at the bottom as well, Gemini. So what I'm really feeling is, you really felt, Gemini, like all the words and all the language and the communication that was coming from you was turning into sort of like a screaming match. You kind of saw that the communication was maybe conducive to the relationship, and then as time went on and they were kind of like with this King of Wands reverse energy, like I'm gonna do me the way that I want, you know what I mean? That's when I think the communication kind of went awry. It went a little bit to the left a little bit, and you were kind of like, you felt yourself kind of being aggressive, communicatively with them, you know what I mean? And then that's when you were like, you felt like you were like, I'm gonna end up trapped in this situation. I'm not gonna continue to just do this. And I feel like, you know, that's when you decided to walk away, Gemini. That's when you kind of needed to be like, nah. So for your partner or the person in question, at the bottom of the deck, they got the Empress. Maybe you could be dealing with an Aries, possibly. And interesting, they also got the Eight of Cups as well. Yeah. So I feel like with them, it was like, they maybe have come to the realization, whether that's to your knowledge or not, that they realize like, what did I create? What did I kind of do here? You know what I mean? And I feel like that's when they kind of, maybe they've come to the conclusion like that's why they felt left out in the cold. You know what I mean? They kind of did it, they did it to themselves. They backed themselves into a corner. You know what I mean? Really feeling like that's kind of what's going on here. Maybe for some of you, they left when maybe things got tough, or maybe when, I mean, I'm just saying this because they got the Empress here with the Eight of Cups. You know, it's kind of like maybe they walked away when maybe you found out you were maybe pregnant, or maybe when kids came into, maybe there was arguments about children as well for some of you. That could have been it as well. But yeah, at the bottom, they also got the Fool. So I feel like things may have severed. It was maybe the best thing to happen. I'm sorry to say that if some of you are experiencing that, but I feel like over time it'll make a little bit more sense as to how things worked out. You know what I mean? Sorry to give you such a message, Gemini, this week, but as always, guys, feel free to comment and to share. And also, if this reading resonated with you, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, like button. Let me know, okay? And also, guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and also tap the bell to turn it red so you guys can be alerted immediately of any new readings I upload for you guys, and also in the event that I'm live. All right, Gemini, sorry to give you such a message this week, but stay strong, all right, Gemini? We'll see you next week.